Hi, my name's Emily Tomlinson. I'm an actor with an MFA in Performing Arts from the Savannah College of Art and Design, and I'm a teaching artist here at TheatreSquared. You might know me from our educational touring show, or from doing a residency in your school, or from one of our summer camps where I get to work every summer. I am the movement coach for Summer Stage, which, if you don't know what Summer Stage is, quick sidebar, Summer Stage is our 8-day residential theater program for students going into the 10th, 11th, or 12th grade. And if that sounds like you, then you should go to arsummerstage.org and apply. We are accepting applications through May 8th. If you are accepted, then you get to come stay here with us in Fayetteville for 8 days, take all sorts of amazing workshops from different theater artists, make best friends with all the other people there, and it is just a blast. Also, it is completely and totally free. It is funded by the Arkansas Department of Education's Aegis funding, so you should definitely apply. arsummerstage.org, applications accepted through May 8th. Get on it. If you are accepted to Summer Stage, one of the things that you would do every day is a physical and vocal warm-up with me. So that's what we're gonna do in this video. It's important as theater artists for us to always make sure that we are really warmed up and ready to go. And we need to be able to do that warm-up ourselves, right? We can't rely on a group warm-up in a rehearsal space or a group warm-up before a show with the rest of our cast. We need to be able to do that work for ourselves because it's important that our bodies and our muscles and our voices are completely warmed up so that we don't strain anything or hurt ourselves throughout our performance. So today, I'll be giving you some tips that are useful for me, and hopefully they'll be useful for you. But know that any of these things, if anything feels too much for you, or if it feels like it's straining your body or hurting you in any way, then make sure to make any adjustments that you need to make it work for you. Cool, awesome. Okay, so before we get going, first off, I'm gonna have you touch your face a lot in this warm-up. So if you haven't washed your hands, run away, wash your hands, and then come back. Okay, cool. Also, you will need to be wearing clothing that you can comfortably move in. So either athletic clothes or your pajamas, whatever works for you. Okay, you're gonna need some space to be able to spread out a little bit. And I like to be barefoot whenever I'm warming up so I can really connect to the ground. So if you wanna be barefoot, you can go ahead and take off your shoes, or if you'd like to wear socks, that's great too, but definitely take off any shoes that you're wearing because this will just be a little bit easier if you're barefoot. Okay, cool. So, first things first, let's check in with ourselves and just see where we are today, because every day is different. So I'm gonna take a few deep breaths and just see how my body feels today and see what I need to focus on. All right. Okay. So ideally, whenever you take a deep breath, that breath will be a nice big deep belly breath, and you will feel your stomach getting bigger and smaller, right? So let's try that again. Take a deep breath in and out. And you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, or you can just breathe in and out through your mouth, whatever works for you. But take a nice big deep breath and out. And I'm noticing that today, I'm trying to take a nice big deep breath into my belly, but my shoulders and my chest are going up and down a little bit. And that's okay, that happens sometimes, but we want to try to focus on taking nice big deep belly breaths because that's where all of our power to be able to project and to make the audience hear us all the way in the back of the theater or all the way up in the balcony. So I'm going to be focusing on that today. I'm also going to focus on any tensions that I'm feeling like I'm holding today. I'm noticing that I've got my knees locked a little bit and I could let that go. My shoulders are feeling really tense and I've got them pretty high, so I'm gonna challenge myself today. I'm gonna give myself permission to just let that stuff go, right? All of us have different habits that we have in our everyday life, just as human beings. And we need to, as performers, be able to leave those habits over there, step into a neutral place while we're warming up, and then whenever we become another character, be able to make any choices that we want to make for them. And that way every choice gets to be specific and deliberate, right? Okay, so let's get to a nice neutral place. So I like to begin by getting my body in alignment. And that to me just means that I'm gonna get my skeleton all lined up and ready to go. Okay, so first thing I need to do is make sure that my feet are under me, that I'm not standing too wide or too close together. So typically, for ladies, the appropriate distance for your feet to be, if they're under your shoulders, the way that we want them, is about one fist apart. And for fellas, it's usually more like 2 fists, but this varies for everybody. So just checking with yourself. I'm gonna try that 1 fist. Okay, and I'm gonna know that my feet are under my body and where they need to be whenever they are under my shoulders. Okay, awesome. So now I've got them spaced the way that they need to be. And I wanna make sure that I'm not going too far forward on my toes or too far back on my heels. So I'm gonna do some little circles around. I'm just gonna do some nice little circles. And I'm only really focusing on my feet right now, and I'm trying to make my feet connect to the ground. And I'm focusing on taking nice breaths. I'm not going to stop breathing at any point throughout this entire warm-up, because that is where all of our power and energy comes from as performers. It's from taking nice deep breaths. I'm going to do some circles the other way. And give yourself permission to make noise. We're going to be making some wacky, funny noises while we do this today, and that is totally fine. It's part of being a performer. All right. So I'm over my feet the way that I need to be, focusing on being over those arches, not too far forward, not too far back. And I'm gonna scooch up and I'm gonna focus now on my pelvis. All right, and I'm only gonna focus on these hip bones, on this pelvic bowl. And I'm gonna send it forward, and then to the side, and then back, and then to the other side. And then I'm gonna go all the way around. For my SpongeBob fans, I'm gonna bring it around town. Awesome. Okay, cool, and we're gonna go the other way. So go forward, side, back, side, and all the way around. Wonderful. Okay, cool, and we're just gonna let that settle. And checking with yourself. Are you still breathing? Keep breathing. Awesome, and make sure that you're not locking your knees or clenching your fists or doing anything else. Just give yourself permission to let it all go. All right, now we're gonna scooch up to our sternum, our rib cage, all these bones that live up here. We're gonna focus only on those. We're gonna send them forward, to the side. Awesome, back, great, and side. And we're gonna go all the way around. Trying not to let go of any of that work that we just did. With the bottom half of our body, we're gonna keep breathing. And let's do it again, going the other way. Forward, side, back, side, and go all the way around. Awesome job, and we're continuing to breathe throughout. We're just gonna let that settle. Okay, great, perfect. And now, let's keep moving up. Let's work on our shoulders a little bit. Let's bring our shoulders all the way up. Up, 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 up. And let's try and make our shoulder blades touch the back. Oh my goodness, wonderful, and drop, perfect. And we're focusing on breathing, trying to get those nice big deep belly breaths. I'm noticing that I'm trying to lock my knees, so I'm just giving myself permission to let that go, wiggling that out a little bit. I'm gonna do my shoulders one more time, bring them all the way up. Wonderful, and touch your shoulder blades. Great, and release, perfect. And let that settle, good job. Okay, now let's wake up our neck a little bit, and we're gonna be nice and gentle. If anything at any point feels crunchy or weird, stop and make an adjustment, okay? All right, so we're gonna go ear to shoulder, nice and gentle. We're not forcing anything, and we're continuing to breathe, and we're not gonna lock our knees. Then we're gonna go chest, or chin to chest rather. Here we go. And ear over to our other shoulder. Awesome. And chin to chest again. We're still breathing. And ear to shoulder. And we're gonna slowly circle, nice and gentle, all the way around. And we're gonna go the other way, nice and gentle, all the way around. Perfect. And slowly bring your head up. Great job. All right. So now we should probably feel a little bit taller. We're on our alignment. We're feeling good. Way to go. Okay, now let's get our shoulders. Get these joints really woken up. In order to do that, I'm going to step a little bit away from the wall to make sure that I don't hit anything. okay? And I'm gonna let myself bend my knees while I'm doing this. So our goal is gonna be at our own pace and doing whatever feels right for our body. I'm gonna slowly start swinging this arm back and forth. And I'm gonna let myself do this little bounce while I'm doing it too, so I don't try to lock my knees and do anything wild. And at my own pace, and I'm remembering to breathe, I'm gonna slowly swing my arm back and forth, and I'm gonna start building up speed and energy. And that's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually, whenever it feels right for my body, I'm gonna go all the way around. And then I will let it drop. I'm gonna check in with my body and notice how one arm feels very different than the other. It might feel a little bit longer than the other one. And did I lock my knees? Yes, I did. So I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna shake that out a little bit. I'm gonna see how that's affected my breath, and I'm gonna do the other arm. All right, and slowly but surely, we're swinging. And whenever it feels right for us, we're gonna pick up speed, and we're gonna pick up energy. And we're still remembering to breathe. And we're gonna start swinging that all the way around. Awesome, and then we will just let that drop. And checking with your body. Your hands might feel a little tingly. That might feel really awesome for some people. It might not feel so great for other people. So just checking with yourself and with your body. Take care of yourself. All right, now we need to do the same thing, but with our legs. So we're gonna try and wake up our hips. So we're focusing right now just on our hips. And we're gonna be doing the same basic thing with our legs, but we're not gonna try and go all the way around, right? And the idea is to not try to do some sort of beautiful kick all the way up to our face. We're focusing on waking up these hips, so do whatever works for you. Your leg does not have to be straight. It does not have to, your toe does not have to be pointed, none of that, right? We're just focusing on just swinging that leg back and forth and go as big or as fast as feels right for you. Also, I recommend swinging your arms back and forth with it too. The opposite arm with the opposite leg, and it'll help keep your balance. All right, make sure you're far enough away from walls and furniture. And I'm gonna start swinging my right leg. And I'm remembering to breathe. And slowly but surely, I'm gonna build up energy and speed. And it's gonna get a little bit higher and a little bit higher, and whatever works for me. And then I will let it drop. And I'm gonna take a second to just notice the difference between my legs right now. See how that has affected my breath. Take some nice deep breaths in this place. And then I'm gonna move on to my left leg. Same thing, we're not gonna try and force anything or hurt ourselves. And we're gonna keep swinging our opposite arms to help us keep our balance. So here we go. And if you stumble a little bit, that's just fine. We're just warming up. And it'll eventually get higher and higher until we let it go. Checking with yourself. Your body should be feeling nice and warm now. Hopefully, you're taking some deeper breaths. That's great. Check in with yourself. Make sure you're taking nice deep belly breaths. Let's check in and make sure that we're on our alignment, get our feet back under us. Great job. All right, we've warmed up our body, and now it's time to warm up our face and our necks just a little bit more, okay? So we're gonna very gently, we're gonna take our ear and put it to your shoulder, whichever side you wanna start with. And then you're gonna take the same arm that you've bent your head toward, and you're gonna very gently drape it over your head. And I'm not putting any extra pressure or force on my head right now. I'm just letting the weight of my arm naturally pull it down. And it's really easy while you're doing this to lock your knees. Make sure to check in with those. Give them a little jiggle if you need to. All right, now I'm gonna take that opposite arm, and I'm gonna slowly bring it up and down. And I'm remembering to breathe. And I'm gonna find the spot that feels the most ouchy, that needs to stretch the most. And I'm gonna live there for a second. I'm gonna do some little circles. And I'm gonna go the other way. And for me, this is where that spot is today, but that spot may be somewhere totally different for you, so do whatever you feel in your body. Wonderful. I'm gonna stop those circles. I'm gonna bring my arm back up. I'm gonna flatten my hand as if I'm waving to someone. I'm gonna say, hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Great. Wave, wave, wave. And now I'm gonna point, and as if I'm finger painting down the wall, scrape down. And release that arm. Now release the arm that's over your head. And slowly bring your chin to your chest. And bring your ear over to your other shoulder. And we're going to repeat that process. So very gently, lay your hand over your head. We're not pulling. We're not putting any extra pressure on anything. It's just that weight of your arm is naturally helping stretch out your neck a little bit. Checking in with your breath. Slowly bring that arm up. Find that spot where you need a little extra attention. Ooh, it's right here for me today. I'm going to do some little circles. Awesome. I'm going to keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. That's the whole point. And after I've done circles in both directions, bring your hand all the way up. Flatten it as if you're waving to somebody and say, bye. See you later. Perfect. And point your finger and drag it all the way down. Release that arm. Release your other arm. Chin to chest. And slowly float your head back out. Way to go. Perfect. Okay, now let's wake up the muscles in our face. Y'all are doing so good. Okay, so this is the part where we're going to start touching our face a lot, so I hope that you washed your hands. Let's get in there and start massaging your face a little bit. Let's massage our cheeks. Let's give our temples a little bit of love, but don't push too hard. Let's get up in here into our hairline and our scalp. Awesome, awesome job. Keep going. Wherever you find that you need a little bit of extra love, get in there and keep breathing throughout. Don't lock your knees like I just did. You can take your thumbs and get them under your chin here and give a little massage underneath your chin. Perfect. All right, and there are some little bones that are on the side of your hand, on the side of your palm, on the same side where your pinky is. Take both of your hands and warm up those bones. Perfect. And they will fit really nicely into this hinge in your jaw right here on the side. And just work them in up there and give that a little bit of love. That might feel awesome. That might feel really not awesome. But be gentle with yourself. And drag it all the way down. And drop. Great, now lick your lips. And we're going to massage our lips. So get in here and massage your top lip. Great job. Massage your bottom lip. And now take your bottom lip in one hand and your top lip in the other. Perfect. Make sure you're being gentle, okay? Do it the other way. That's called a horse flutter. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in and out. And let's do that again, but add a lot of vocal energy to it. Let's go up and down. Ready? Awesome. All right, now let's stretch out our tongues. And this one's going to be hard to talk through, so just make sure that you're still breathing and just try and follow what I do. Ready? All right, tongue out. Perfect. If you just slobbered all over yourself, you did it right. That was fantastic. All right, one more thing. Let's do a nice yawn to wake up our soft palate and our tongue. Visualize one hand as being your like bottom jaw, right? And then I like to visualize this other hand being my tongue, and try and get your tongue to scoop down in the bottom of your mouth behind your bottom teeth and do a nice big yawn. Awesome, great. I like to finish my vocal warm-ups with some tongue twisters, so I encourage you to do that now if you have any favorite tongue twisters that you like to do. I also like to do some Santa chuckles, so I can make sure that I'm projecting from my belly. Santa chuckles are like this. You put your hands on your belly, and you chuckle like Santa, and you'll know that you're doing it right if your belly jiggles. Ready? Ho, 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 hee, 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 ha, 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 hoo, hoo, hoo. Very silly, very fun, highly recommend it. And then finish off with some tongue twisters. So maybe some Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter, a particular proclivity for pyrotechnics, or all I want is a proper cup of coffee made in a proper cup of coffee pot, or whatever you choose. All right, thank you so much. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning into our videos. Continue to watch our Play On series and apply for Summer Stage, arsummerstage.org. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Hi everyone. Hopefully our bodies are feeling a little bit warmed up now after we just finished that full 20-minute physical warm-up. And let's do something completely different. I am not a professional dancer by any means. I'm just an actor who moves. But I've had to do a lot of different dances and stuff for plays. So I thought it would be fun if we did a fun little dance together today. So I'm going to take you through the choreography a little bit slowly. We're just going to do it one time through with me explaining. And then whenever we get to the end of that, I'll do the dance full speed with the music. Cool? So feel free to go back and rewatch any parts that don't make sense. Figure it out, whatever you need to do. Okay? It'll just be super fun, super silly, no big deal. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to step to our right, and we're going to do just these little alternating hands. All right? So your right arm will start up, and your left arm will start down, and you will step out, and see how those hands switched, and then back in. Perfect, and they switched again, and then we'll do the same thing, but to the left, all right? And boom, boom. Awesome, great. Okay, so now after we've done that, we're gonna do a real smooth little spin around. You're gonna kick out your right foot and cross it over your left and do a real smooth little spin and unwind. Great, and your feet might get a little bit jumbled up, that's okay. Just fake it. You need to do like some little steps, that's fine. Then we're gonna do 4 steps going backward, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. And then we're going to take that right foot, which should probably be, your knee should probably be bent, and you will kick that foot out to the front. You'll touch it to the front and then touch it back. But don't go too far back because we're going to turn and face the front really fast. Boom. All right. So now we need to do a real smooth little slide over to the left, and your left arm's going to go up and your right arm's going to go down, and we slide and snap. Awesome. Okay, then we will do 2 claps. Your left arm is going to come down and going to clap with your right hand. And then we do the other way. Perfect. And then we're going to wipe the sweat off of our brow, but really cool. And we're going to flick it over this way. Awesome. And then we need to take both of our hands and go up to the sky and pop out that right knee. And then switch and pop out that left knee. And then down. Pop out that right knee again, and then down to the left, pop out that left knee. Awesome. Now we're going to cross our hands over our chest and do opposite hand on opposite shoulder. Awesome. And we'll slide that across and shake those little shoulders. Perfect. That's the whole thing. That's